Welcome, Anime Lately podcast listeners and YouTube podcast watchers, to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my Brotakus. Introducing first, the Game Master, the Director of Anime, Mr. King of Games himself, Ray Our next co-host is a legend in the Black Clover community. He has a great love for Trigon and One Piece. The one, the legendary Divash, Miguel And finally, our last co-host. He is the CEO of the Careful for Spoilers podcast network and the founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group. He has a great knowledge of movies. The great and talented JB, James Bond. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Always enjoyed the hell of hearing this intro of yours. I don't know.
Always better after that. Yeah. Always. Always.
I really wonder one day you'll pass out after having lunch.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
At that point, Ray, take over for a little bit.
I got your back. Just in case, but don't pass out.
Yeah, please don't.
Hopefully when we get a guest or somebody to come as a guest star or something like that, hopefully they don't have too many R's in their name.
I mean,
It's true. It could happen.
if his first name is Rodriguez, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Hopefully we don't have any Rodriguez coming out there as a guest star one day.
What? Curse now. Too bad. Too bad.
It's implemented. They also counts for last names too.
Fair enough.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay, guys. It's been a great summer anime is ending soon, and there's been a great line of anime that ended today.
Sad. I am sad.
So many this season actually. It's hard to catch up because
What ended today?
To the abandoned sacred beasts.
That finished yesterday, but yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Reporting wise, everybody watched it today, but
it's over, and I'm sad about it.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
the
It's
se-
over?
The season's over. Yeah.
No,
Can
no.
you believe that's how it ended?
No.
Yep.
I refuse to accept.
I said the same thing. I was like, it can't be done now.
I'm expecting another 12 episodes.
We better get another 12 episodes, or I'm gonna write a very stern letter.
The way it ended it, hopefully it is, because it's very ambiguous what's gonna happen. But they seem like the way it ended, there's gonna be more. But at the same time, like, hey, we don't know if we're gonna get another season, so let's have a happy ending.
I mean, they set up all the storylines though. They showed you where they could go with every single plot line that they had, which was nice. Like they showed you every single plot line that they had. They were like, this is where each of these could go. And it looks amazing. I need to see what happens.
And they kind of gave it even more of a cliffhanger ending in the end.
They did. I thought it was very much a cliffhanger ending.
We knew she was going like semi-alive because during the end of episode 2 or something like that. That now we finally see her again at the last episode, which is I think is a good touch for it.
Yep. All
right, guys, let's start this in order. For our weekly anime watching and manga reading. Brotakus, what have we been watching this summer anime? Well, I'd like to hear from you guys. Let's start with Demon Slayer episode 24.
This was a hilarious episode, entertaining, but also at the same time enjoyable to see the hardship and determination of Tanjiro himself to actually focus on his breathing and actually see these motherfuckers don't stop breathing all day and night.
Total concentration all the time.
While sleeping.
Sleeping. That means that they are ready for anything all the time.
It's insane though. Like you manipulate your breathing technique at this same level at this certain time, at every single time. When you're sleeping, you're eating, anything that kind of
And the pupil of Shinobu does this. No wonder she's so good.
That's why I'm glad they explained the eyes. It's just so detailed down to that little feature. I was like, wow. So that literally explains everything.
They're all their eyes are so blurred because they're holding their breathing every single second of the day. And I'm like, shit, I even have hard to breathe during the water sometimes. And they could just breathe like that throughout the total concentration. Damn.
Mm-hmm. So I thought it was really nice, and I thought the way that they introduced that to Tanjiro, I kind of liked as well. It was like the three children, which should have been really creepy, but they were actually kind of cute. I was like, with the way they were drawn, I was like, that should be really creepy, but it's not. I don't know why.
It seemed a little way. I thought it was really sweet because they've seen so many great demon slayers. I mean, they're constantly around the Hashiras. Like, I think they just like Tanjiro and they want to see what he can do.
As they should, because he is currently our best boy until Deku comes back. But still, yes. I don't know. I love this episode. This episode was very wholesome, I thought. It's nice to see the boys back together, to see them like recovering. I still feel the worst for our boy Inosuke. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for him. I'm assuming we're going to get his episode soon. I think they're each going to get their episode kind of explaining what they're going through, I hope. But I'm really curious to see his episode, to see where he is as a character now, and who might be the one to train him. Because they kind of maybe sort of toyed with the idea of Tanjiro teaching them, which I'm like, I don't mind that, but I don't know if they would listen to Tanjiro. Like, maybe, but I
think they would.
They
would.
I
mean, I think they would. I'm probably at this point, because they all got bopped so bad that they all want to grow and get stronger together. Maybe.
I thought this episode was brilliantly directed because there's a lot of exposition and setup, and you don't really notice it because it's directed so well. Because I mean, they tell you all of the new training techniques. They set you up for what Tanjiro and everyone else has to accomplish in order for them to take down one of the 12. Like, there's so much. You find out more backstory about what's her name? I can't remember.
Shinobu?
Yes, you find out more of her backstory and why she has so much anger within her and why she chooses to smile all the time. Like, you learn so much about these characters and so much about this world. It's great setup for the next season.
Did you remember what I said last episode about Shinobu?
I can't remember right now.
They said too much. They're giving us too much about this one character. She's either going to die or she's going to get hurt real bad.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Because they're giving us too much backstory about her. Far too much.
She's very dead.
So I'm like, please, no, but I love her now. And I'm like, please don't do this. Don't do this to me. Because they mentioned it, how the missions are getting harder, how the 12 is getting more active all of a sudden now. And it's the upper level of the 12, not just any part. It's just the upper level, which is the scariest part. And so I'm like, oof.
She's all the way dead. She's already passed on.
She did. She gave her
mission to someone else.
She gave her dream to Tanjiro. And when that happened, I said, oh, damn. That's
how stories work. She's dead.
So I was like, I just felt it coming. Like, I felt it. And I'm like, well, that confirms it. So I don't know when it's going to happen, but Shinobu, I'll miss you.
I think there's 2 more episodes, right?
Yeah, 2 more episodes, but she's not going down the last 2. But I think
I don't think they would do that either.
Not that soon.
I think it'd be next season. Yeah, I think it'd be next season.
2 in the first arc, because people saying in the manga that the next arc in season 2 is the red light district or something like that's called, or the red district, and they say that's going to be one of the best arcs in the Kunio season. Like, okay, cool.
Whatever. Like, I'm sure we will say that about every arc of Demon Slayer. Let's be real, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it, but you should just say, "Oh, the next one's the best one." I heard that about the forest arc on the mountain.
Great. So that's my fear, since people are saying it's so hype and everything. I'm like, maybe Shinobu's gonna die there. So I'm just assuming.
We'll see. But I assume that Shinobu's gonna die soon. Some people will be like, "Shut up, Ray! You don't know anything." I don't. This is me speculating. But I really just, based off what we know about anime, I've been watching anime for a long time now, so I have a little bit.
It's not just anime, TV, movies. That's Fair just enough. How stories are written.
Fair enough.
Hand off your entire life's mission. She's so dead. That's just how it works.
And she's so nice. I hate it. So I'm like, and then she's already got an apprentice, so who's mastered the technique that she wanted to teach her, by the way. So yeah, she's dead.
She has passed on everything she needed to pass on. She's dead. That's just how stories work, people. Sorry.
You talk about the elephant in the room of how this girl mastered her way to total concentration about blowing those things and breaking them.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy.
They were like, oh, by the way, here's the last one that she blew up. And I go, excuse me?
What?
Is Jay big? Like, what?
And I love Tajiro's response because I'm like, that was actually the perfect response because, that doesn't make sense.
And it gets bigger and harder every level you go up. I'm like, and Tajiro's reaction like, wow.
Can you imagine doing that from one breath? That's insane.
Nope. Insane. I was thinking about it like lung capacity for a person. Yeah, nah.
But I mean, if you're practicing total concentration breathing 24 hours a day,
fair enough.
Who knows?
Who knows what? So can we piece together a very rudimentary timeline? How long has it been since they passed the exam on the mountain?
2 years? Was it?
Wait. Maybe. Exam on the mountain? I think
yes.
I'm assuming it's 6 months, roughly, is what I'm assuming.
Oh, it's got to be longer than that. It's got to be.
I was gonna say a year.
Yeah, I would guess at least a year. But if she mastered that in 6 months, like that's nuts.
She's a prodigy.
Like absolute prodigy. Absolutely. And I think that's how they've already kind of set her up as like she's this prodigy. She's like, she's just super good.
Determination, dude.
Yeah. So
she has a promise to keep.
I'm interested to hear the rest of her story. So
she's quiet all the time, which I still find weird. Even like she just never says anything. And plus, Zenitsu love being tortured and having the whole like you guys acting like you guys were in hell, but you guys were in heaven. And, like,
I love Zenitsu, but I'm gonna punch him in the mouth.
He's an idiot.
He's awesome. He's an idiot, but he's fantastic. And I'm like, I would love to punch you in the head. Like, shut up for 5 minutes, please. Oh man. The one thing I'm like, stop using his super serious face just as kind of a one off. I was like, wait, what's happening? Because they used his super serious face for a minute. And I go,
oh yeah, they did.
It's consistent. What? It's consistent. They've done it before.
Yeah, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, never mind. It's just him being an idiot.
It's him and his prideful and everything like that. So I'm like, okay.
Oh man. But no, this episode was a lot of fun. It was a good time, as Demon Slayer has been all season. So
2 episodes left. Oh jeez.
2 left.
And afterwards we have to pick up something else.
I wonder what we're gonna pick up.
Yeah, My Hero.
My Hero Academia, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Because we're going. Yes, we're going into and I know we just did this, but we're going to a great season of My Hero, so this is fine.
All right, guys, let's move on to our next anime, Dr. Stone, episode 11.
Oh, my man. I forgot his name, but I called Master Roshi when I first met him. The way he looked and the way he ripped out his clothes off the rope was amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite characters from the manga. The way his introduction, the way he loves glass, and the way he loves to structure and all that stuff. His passion for it was entertaining, and the way they did it, a great anime adaptation. I was entertained as well in this episode.
Like, it's really cool to see people with powers. But what's unique about Dr. Stone, you get to see normal people using their physical skills, their mental skills to do these amazing things, these things that we take for granted because it happened a long time ago, that created the civilization that we live on today. To see it happen like this in a rapid way and watching how excited Senku and Chrome get about this, like, I love this anime so much. They make the glasses for the little girl, and it's such a sweet scene. You get
it's adorable, by the way. Good God!
And it's like I think it's sunflowers. Took her to like a sunflower field. That was beautiful. Yes. That was absolutely beautiful.
But I could relate to her because when I take my glasses, I could see one eye from far side and the other eye near side. So I understand how she felt when she tried to squint. She went, eh. I was like, oh, I could definitely understand you, girl.
And they thought it was a disease the whole time.
Well, that's all they're thinking is. They think it's a disease. And he's like, oh my God, they think this is a disease. This was cured by literally modern technology so easily. And this show, speaking on that, this show does a really good job of making you grateful and not take for granted the stuff that we have. Something so simple as eyeglasses.
Yep.
There's so many people with this fuzziness disease. And it's literally because they're nearsighted or farsighted.
It is true.
Think about that. That previously handicapped people before, like literally handicapped them before we had this technology, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, it's so simple. Like all three of us here in the panelists use glasses right now currently. And and we don't take it for granted because without it, we can't see. But back then, the whole village does a disease, and it's crazy how people just say like, oh, you're blind, but you cannot ask for it. Like, he's a warrior, but he didn't want to say that he has the disease too. But he could be one of the best fighters if he actually could see well. And that just sucks because he has that pride, but also he feels like he is at some type of disadvantage.
No, he'd rather choose a gold spear over glasses.
Oh, yeah,
so I thought they were going to do something funky, like make him a glass spear so he can kind of like see as he's going to do it. Which I was like,
that's not a bad idea. But that'd be easily broken, though.
Yes, it would be, but also dangerous because glass can be sharp. But no, this episode was a lot of fun. Dr. Stone has continued to be, I think, the most fun anime on the list. It's had its serious moments, but it's consistent.
On the list, I can think of another anime that's a lot more fun.
Don't you do it!
I'm gonna go there. I'm going there.
Don't do it!
I'm gonna wait until we go through the rest of the list.
Fine. Okay. That's fine.
I do also I think it was also interesting to see like the next experiment is to find silver. I don't know if we're getting real silver.
I think that they're going for the sulfur, right? I didn't think they were going for silver.
It is silver.
Silver.
Remember, Ray, they're gonna go.
Oh, they're going for the silver.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Never mind.
Remember that part of the manga, which I'm part of.
And silver is one of the rare metals to get.
Well, I mean, what Senku said to him, he wasn't lying.
No, it's very dangerous.
He already said the definition could die.
So yeah, you'll see.
All right, I can't wait for that. Next, let's start with the next line of anime, Fire Force episode 10.
Oh, this episode is freaking fantastic. I love it. Shinra, my man, getting knee in the face. I feel bad for him. Why can't he just hit just a booty?
I don't feel bad for him. Dude has a freaking god power.
It was experimented god power. We
don't know that yet. So
you got like, Apollo.
No, this episode had a lot of lore in it, which I was like, okay.
His brother's the commander.
I like this. By the way, yeah, so flash forward to the end of the episode, yes, we find out that his brother is very much alive and a commander in the opposing forces. So,
dude, when I read that in the manga, I lost my shit.
I
lost my shit.
I mean, they said it, and then I was like, okay, well, they won't show him immediate, but then they showed this guy, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't until he smiled that I was like, that's his brother.
Yep.
That's his brother. I'm like, that's
Hermano.
You need to see the panel in the manga. It's like, oh shit, this is this Fire Force is filled with so much lore, so much story, so much action, and it only gets better and better. I can't wait for you guys.
And that's why I'm excited about. Like I've really enjoyed Fire Force all season. You know, this fan service stuff aside. Like, and for a second, yes, if people don't like the ill-timed fan service, it's okay. It's okay for people to all of a sudden not like ill-timed fan service in this show. It's fine. It's not the entire show though, is what I'm saying. It's like, it's there. That's cool. But the rest of the show is so much better that I can ignore it. Honestly, if say Fire Force was, on par with Isekai Cheat Magician, I would care a lot.
All right. I so it is.
But Fire Force is great, so it's fine. It's old. It's I can just kind of huff about it and move on. It's great.
I would argue that Fire Force has more fan service than Isekai Cheat Magician.
Yeah,
we know.
Does by like leaps and bounds and valleys and peaks. Yep, a whole lot more. But it was nice to see all the captains, the new captains. I was like, okay, so 7 intrigues me because of course they left immediately. And I'm like, well,
yeah, he's a
I was like, I want to know more about them because of course they left.
The so-called strongest firefighters. It's like, hey, strongest firefighters, you say?
For now.
For now, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But I was like, well, okay, so I want to know more about them. Yeah, but they seem like a bunch of jerks. The doctor dude, the mask guy, I'm like, oh,
that's
okay.
creepy.
You seem interesting. I think that was That was Unit 3? I think it was
Unit 3.
I'm like, okay, so we thought our princess was weird. This guy seems way more weird.
He looks like the game that I've played. It's called
You remind me of
Plague Doctor?
It was a series game. It was like 999.
Yeah.
Zero Escape.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he reminded me of the Zero Escape Doctor. Like,
yes.
gives you all these puzzles, make you do a life and death game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he.
I don't know why I thought of Agnes Bride. I don't know why.
I thought about Overhaul Beaks. You know his.
Yeah,
a little bit. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same. It's the same type of mask. So yeah. That makes sense. But no, it was interesting to finally see the rest of them. It was interesting to finally learn more about the flame because, like I said, they got that random drop about this flame that Shinra has. And we're like, what is this? And then they go,
the
by
Apollo
the way,
burst.
That's a god flame. And I go, excuse me, what? And so they said that the place that they were in was powered by a flame. And so I'm like, does that mean this place is powered by a person? Or is it just a flame?
Oh, no. I mean, I don't want to say too much, but this person made said flame, and that flame just keeps burning.
I see. Doesn't go out. Okay. So like the real Amaterasu. Oh.
I was just about to say that, and I love how it's called Amaterasu. Like, it reminds like, oh shit, that's like
Sasuke. The name of the church.
Yeah. Excuse me? Like Itachi stuff? Get it right.
I did say Itachi.
Boy.
Bruh.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said Itachi. Rewind it back. I said Itachi.
We all heard Sasuke. We heard you say Sasuke. It's fine. It's okay to think that the one that was alive was the one who had it. That's fine. I get it. Whatever. But yes, no, this was a good episode. I like this. So they made a joke about it, and we talked about it at the end of the last episode, how Arthur was out in the middle of nowhere, and then Shinra goes, "What the? You're already back?" And I go, "Yeah, wait, what? You're already back? Okay, all right, show."
Nobody asked questions. So, James, cool question. Do they bring it back with that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I love that they referenced
it will all make sense.
I love that they paid attention to it. I was like, it's that self-aware. I was like, yeah, wait, he is back. It was good.
And I love how Hibana just comes in and just gives him food, but then the commander Obi is like, "Why are you here for?" "Oh, I just came to bring him my breakfast." Like, "Why you bring your ass here? How about you go to your own way?" And like,
he knows that she's trying to steal him. He knows.
That. It's entertaining just to see how Hibana just wants him, and it's just so cute and adorable. I definitely shipped him, but
no, he can't have the princess. He's not good enough for her. He's not good enough for Maki either. All he deserves is Tamaki. I don't care.
I can't say anything. Damn it.
God dang it. But no, I've been having a ton of fun with Fire Force.
Jane, is Arthur good or bad? I want to know.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You know what? That's a bunch of... Okay, all right, Jay.
That's a bunch of bullshit. I kind of hint or something like at least say he's more than you see come to an eye or some bullshit.
Sure,
he's not a transformer.
He is definitely more than meets the eye.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Vinland Saga episode 10. That was wow.
I was worried this was going to happen Thorkel was going to get annoyed and bored. And he was like, I'm just going to go attack him. And he did.
I love Thorkel. He just goes in like, hey, Prince, let's have some fun. I love how he just grabs the whole tent and just goes.
So I was explaining it to my wife because my wife watched a little bit of this with me. She's always kind of sat down to watch a little bit of this with me. And I explained it to her. I was like, there's normal Vikings and then there's super Vikings. That's how this show works. Like Askeladd and Thorfinn and this and Thorkel and there's super Vikings here, but then there's regular Vikings, everywhere. But then there's these super Vikings that can kill like thousands of people at one time. Like a Dynasty Warriors game. That's like literally Beowulf. What that is. It's Beowulf. But I don't know. I love Vinland. Vinland's been great. This episode, they kind of, I felt, are trying to bring Askeladd and Thorfinn closer. And I'm like, all right, I get what you're doing, but I don't want to say what happens to Askeladd in this for James, because this was an interesting turn for this character. I'm curious to see what happens next. I had one prediction a while back that I'm like, could that happen?
I don't mind spoilers. Like,
you sure?
I don't know I don't know the context. Just go ahead.
Well, no, this is pretty on the nose though.
It's fine. I already have thoughts on where it's gonna go. So
Askeladd starts talking about Ragnarok. And in him talking about Ragnarok, he becomes very aware of his mortality. And so it's at this point now where he's like, Thorfinn, look, I'm going to get old, and eventually you'll kill me because I'm old. That's just how it's going to work. And he says, the world is going to die soon because of Ragnarok, because they still firmly believe that Ragnarok is coming.
Right, yeah.
And so they make a decision, I feel like based on, Askeladd makes a decision purely based on the fact that he's thinking about Ragnarok and his mortality at the end of the episode, which I was not expecting, by the way. I did not expect him to do that.
Knowing Askeladd for doing the sneakiest stuff, I kind of expected him to. I see that happening.
It seemed a lot more bold of him, honestly. It really did.
Here, it's just him chopping the head off out of nowhere and say, let's go fight.
Exactly.
Let's see who wins. I'm like, that's just more out of not strategy from you. You
right.
You go with a strategy and where to go.
And that's why I kind of feel like it's this whole Ragnarok thing that's really pushing him to have made that decision, because that was not something he would have done, I feel like, a few episodes ago. But it's interesting, real interesting.
So I have a question though. So obviously I'm not caught up, but I feel like he was really affected by that fight he had with Thor's, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like it's completely like changing who he is fundamentally.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what happens.
I mean, because he finally ran up against somebody who outclassed him and his crew in every way, as a man, as a warrior, as a father, everything. Like he outclassed all of them, and he's been kind of dealing with that, and you can see that the reason why he's keeping Thorfinn around the way he is to atone for that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I definitely caught that. Yeah.
So it's kind of wild. I don't know. Just this show is also the one that's continued to improve week after week. Week after week has gotten better. Thorfinn is a character that I'm like, God, I've told you he's that tragic character I feel really bad about. Still, I don't know what it is. I just still feel really bad for him. After a while with Aaron, I was like, I didn't feel bad for him anymore. I just wanted him to succeed. I still feel really bad for Thorfinn.
One thing I noticed is that my man, the prince, is a disappointment, because what I realized, and this dude is not a warrior. He believes in God and he believes in Christianity, because remember back in the Vikings, they used to believe in a lot of the religion. So to actually see this, the prince, all he does is pray while really literally destroying your man there. I'm like, okay, something curious about him is going to be happening soon.
What I feel like it is with the prince is that he was a warrior. Probably a very strong warrior, and then he was introduced to Christianity, and Christianity taught him to be peaceful and to not harm others.
To turn the other cheek.
Yeah, exactly, to turn the other cheek, and so he decides not to fight until his, religion is attacked, and that he's like a, you know how that works. But I feel like that's what it was. Because when I was looking at that, that's what it really seemed like. It's like he was a warrior, and then when he was introduced and learned about Christianity, he decided to not be that kind of warrior anymore. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And now Ashkelad wants to go back and fight Dorkill, or at least have Dorfin to fight him again.
I think we might see Askeladd fight him. I think that's Askeladd's fight this time.
Yeah, agree. I want to see that. We haven't seen nope. A good 6 episodes. Wow.
Exactly. So I think it's time. This is Askeladd's fight. He's gonna be like, look, he whooped your ass last time. It's my turn. let the old man show you how it's done. Is essentially what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a wild fight. I can't wait to see that fight. I feel like it's gonna be, man, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait.
Great.
So, good episode.
Great. Let's move on to DanMachi Season 2, Episode 10.
I'm enjoying it. And it's not saving the season for me. Definitely not. But it's definitely making me enjoy the season more than I already wasn't. So I'm really happy about that. This last arc is not saving it, but it's definitely making it more, okay, Freya, you just slapped this bitch and got her back to heaven. Cool.
She slapped her and she died.
Got her back to heaven. Like, dope. I like it.
She literally slapped her back to heaven, and I was like, wow. That's what that I was expecting at least a little badass fight. Nah. She slapped her up to heaven.
It literally was anticlimactic the way she just kept going with those heels.
Yes. I was like, wait, something like she about to do something wild. She slapped her.
And fall off the cliff, and that's it. She went.
She brainwashed all her children with just a stare.
I will say that Belle's fight was pretty lit, though.
Yes.
It was pretty good. Which one is it Asha?
Yeah, Aisha.
The one with the big sword.
Yeah.
I love her. I like that character. She's good.
I told Sam, I hope she joins the Hesse Familia, to atone her sins or something like that. That's my hope.
That'd be cool, but I doubt it. I feel like that character's probably gone.
They used a good amount of her, like to help Belle to build up more of a man. To like, if you want something, go out and reach for it. Do not be scared to not reach and get it.
But I'm happy that
this fight showed it.
I'm happy the Toad got what she deserved by getting her arm breaking, her head smashed down by Otaro. Oh my!
Oh no, she did. She did.
I'm saying happy what she got deserved because Otaro just destroyed her, and Otaro got mad like, you may disrespect the goddess Freya, and just went in.
By the way, so I was more impressed by Freya's squad than I was by Freya. Oh my god, her squad. When they roll through, it's bad news for everybody.
She had the Power Rangers on her side.
Basically, she got a group of Power Rangers, and then she got a freaking Super Saiyan and some other and then her furry boy, I forget his name. So yeah, this is it's pretty wild. I don't know. This episode was better.
I'm just curious
for me.
Just curious, what's the last 2 episodes going to be now? Because so I don't know what to expect. So I'm curious to know where.
I don't know because I'm like they resolved everything way too quickly again. I think. That's why the whole thing.
It's just 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys haven't really said anything good about it.
Exactly. Think about what this show did with 12 episodes compared to what Abandoned Sacred Beast has done with 12 episodes. Think about that.
And this is their second season.
It's exactly. This is their second season. I feel like this was wasted potential. God, this show could have been. Yes, we're just talking about it as people who watch it. I just feel like it could have been so much better.
And trust me, guys, we love it. Me, Sam, and Ray, we love DanMachi season 1.
I love DanMachi season 1. I talk about it all the time.
And we're just disappointed that season 2 didn't full rise up to the same anticipation that we love of season 1 about. So it's just we just was a bit disappointed. We still enjoyed it to what it was. We just expected a 5 out of 5, not a 2.5 or 3 average. We expected.
I definitely would give it a 2. If I was giving it something out of 5, it would definitely be a 2. Straight up.
Right now, out of 5, I'll just top of my head, I give it a 3.3.
Nah.
2. Overall, the last 10 episodes, not arcs wise.
Overall, I give it a 3 out of 5.
Overall, I'm definitely giving it a 2 because it is absolutely the weakest show I've watched this season. Straight up.
That doesn't go to Cheap Magician. Definitely.
I would watch Cheap Magician over this.
Oh wow! Really?
I mean, I would hope so because Cheap Magician is awesome.
Oh God! No, I'm being very honest. If I was going to watch, if they were like, okay, you could watch the first 4 episodes of these 2 shows, which one would you keep watching? I would absolutely pick Cheap Magician over DanMachi season 2.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So that
you don't want to hear your god name, Ray Apollo.
No, after they besmirched my name, no, I'm good. No, that's not the reason I'm giving it such a low score. By the
way,
maybe you are.
No, I feel like it could have. Like they had some really cool moments in this. Like the last 3 episodes were they were the better episodes, but they weren't even all that good, which is the sad part.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah. I agree with you. It could have been a lot better. The movie was actually much better than this entire season, in my opinion.
I bet.
It was. Definitely was.
So, like, I don't know what kind of direction they'll be going to for the second season. I wish maybe they couldn't, like, they don't compound all these arc into, like, 2-3 episodes in each of them. If they at least gave 6 episodes per arc for both the Apollo games and the whole Ishtar Familia thing, it would have made this a better season. You give us more plot, and you give us more lore for the story, and then that gives us more happier for season 3 and season 4 and so on, whatever. At this point, I don't even know if it's gonna even. I think it should be just done. Don't need a season 3. Just end this after season 2.
I need a season 3, hopefully to redeem itself. Hopefully, I need something, because we've seen what this anime can be, and so. I don't know. If it was going to pull a kill and did everything in one season, great, but it didn't. So
definitely. I mean, if they're going to do a season 3, they probably do a movie first and then season 3.
I believe it.
A movie to like connect the storyline so that you can just move on to the third season. Fully.
I'm going to put this out there right now. If this show gets a season 3 before To the Abandoned Sacred Beast gets a season 2, I'm not going to be happy about it at all.
Deal with that stern letter.
Very, very, very upset letter. I will write one on tweets. Paper and everything. And a lot of tweets. You right? Jeez. But yeah, DanMachi. James, have you been watching this? Did you catch up?
Not yet. I've been trying to catch up on other stuff.
Don't. You just, watch everything else first.
Just watch watch the first season.
Just watch season 1, watch Sword of Ontario season 1, watch the movie, and don't watch season 2.
Nah, you could just watch season 1 and be done. And just let it live the way that it lived there.
Sword of Ontario was really entertaining. It was really good.
Was fun.
I still think you could just watch the first season to be fine.
Up to you.
I understand.
You could, like, this you can stop anyway, really. Anywhere you want to, you can stop. Just not to the second season. All right, let's moving on to the Abandoned Sacred Beasts season finale, episode 12.
So, are we gonna do a full recap of the whole season, or just episode 12?
I think we could just do episode 12. I mean, I don't think we need to do a full recap. If they've been watching the show,
people need to watch it.
Yeah, I need you to watch this show. I'm not gonna tell you the whole show. You need to watch it. I feel like I don't know. This episode was great. As I've been saying all season. I know, but this was more so because it really did finally show both sides. It gave you that parallel of like, well, who really is the beast? Huh? Exactly. And I was like, well, yeah, you still are, but people are the worst.
People are shit anyway. What's your excuse?
Exactly. People are the worst. As we saw them use a biological weapon on their own people. I could not believe that. By the way, that looks nasty. I was like, oh.
I mean, it essentially melts your insides and then melts your outsides.
Like
I'm happy. Not that I'm happy the bystanders died because we had casualties of the allies, but it helped realize the major cloud to understand that don't trust some people as well, because his own father sent those poison gas as well.
Exactly.
Not all incarnates are bad, but also not all humans are good. So that made him realize that, okay, I gotta change the way I see the world, the way I see this war going on.
You're talking about the little brother, right?
Yeah, Cloud.
Yeah, exactly. That was important because he was very much all incarnates are bad, all people good. We protect people because all incarnates are bad. Wait.
And I'm glad that it didn't really take that long. He figured out pretty quickly, if I'm going to be a good commander,
Exactly.
I have to be able to see Hank as an asset and someone who actually gives a shit about my men. And he's actually trying to save the incarnates in his own way, which is essentially killing them in the end. So you might as well work with him until it's done and then do what you want. Hank has already accepted that he's willing to die when this is over. So just work with him. He gets it. Like, you can't be stubborn.
And it just, I'm glad that that was solidified in this episode. So that way we can move on to more, I don't want to say important things, but just deeper subject matter beyond that. Which is good. I'm like, this is like, they cleaned up a lot of things this episode, which made me happy. I was not expecting Kane to show up in this episode, but I guess I should have, since it was episode 12. I was like, well, he had disappeared, but we finally found out what he was doing, which was basically taking over a small nation.
Well, not a small nation, but literally like the South.
Which isn't as big as the North, so they're technically a smaller nation.
But then they have the Central, and now they have the South, and now they could just have to fight up to the North now. And they literally slaughtered the South with zombies, spiders. I'm like thinking, like, what kind of monster is this little girl? A witch?
I think she is a witch. I think so.
Witch. That's kind of a disadvantage for all the other female incarnates, where they have to go mutation into other animals and species.
Yeah.
But she still have her like human.
Well, I mean,
body.
think about it. It's just like Kane, who's Dracula. So
yeah, I mean, Kane's a he's an immortal vampire. It's not fair.
So
he has Dracula's powers. He's able to make clones and like smokes.
I love how Hank was like, "Hold up, the fuck! You weren't able to do that before."
I love he said it like, since one can do genjutsu out here doing like
Hank was mad. I don't blame him. I was mad too. He's like, "Oh, okay, all right, cool, like, pop power up."
He's fighting, but I'm at disadvantage when I get. And I love that. He's like, yo, since when can you do this shit?
I was like, oh, man, Hank, no.
The shadow clone jutsus. And it took them all entire night just to try to keep fighting.
Yeah, they fought all night. And I'm just kind of like, okay, well, is he weaker during the day? And I really think that's the truth. I think
that's true.
The case that he is weaker during the day. Exactly. At least for now.
Yeah, they both are creatures of the night. So,
because Hank, I guess we can talk about it now. Hank has a power up, a big boy power up with his. Well, I guess we're gonna dub it Hank Ultra Instinct because what else can we call it? It's definitely Hank's Ultra Instinct. But it was amazing. It was
so amazing. Was that transformation too?
When I saw that, I was yelling like, "Excuse me, what?"
When they played that score too, be like,
yes, it was so good.
What?
When I first was introduced to Goku's Ultra Instinct, which was cool, the design could have been a bit better, but the score was amazing. That's what I prefer the most. This design of Hank Ultra Instinct and the score was superior in every way.
Man, if you showed me two pictures and you showed me Goku Ultra Instinct and then you put up Hank Ultra Instinct, I'd be like, which one would win just based off the picture? I pick Hank every time.
Hank was more built. Like, for some reason, Hank got like 2 times more buffer. I'm like,
I mean, Hank's already buff. Hank's already built, you know? So like this was, I don't know, this design for this power up was awesome. I loved it. It looks so good. It was clean is why I think I liked it so much. Like his character design has been really clean the entire time, but this was like extra clean. I really liked it. So good. But no, I like this. I like where they kind of took, so as we all know, this was the end of the season. And so what we are worried about is that this might not get a second season, but everything they showed at the end of this episode really points to they deserve a second season. They need to tell the story.
But one thing I want to ask, since when did Count Dracula could do bloodbending? I didn't see it coming.
Since always.
Yeah, it really depends. It really depends on what iteration, and most iterations.
It was kind of wild. He was walking up, people's heads was just exploding.
Yeah, because I mean, he's using blood to cut their heads off.
Yeah, and so he's always been able to do that. It's just been portrayed differently in different forms of media. Which this one was cool though. I'll be like, he just walking by, people's heads is blowing up and falling off, and
I I just didn't see that coming. He literally walked by. I was like, okay, head's coming up, but like, is he cutting them? And what's he doing? And they say like, blood minute, like, I do remember some Draculas had that. But I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go with what Sam is saying. The reaction, I'm like, okay, cool. And then he just continued doing like, okay, this dude.
Yeah, I think it's in the Castlevania. I can't remember the name of the series, but the one that they put on consoles, he uses blood as a weapon in that too.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a thing that he does, and I don't know. This is a good. I like this kind of portrayal of Dracula as well. I like this. I just love this anime. I love it. It's my favorite. It is my favorite. It is literally my favorite anime. Like, please watch this. Please watch it. It's so good.
I second that. This anime is just simply incredible. It's everything you want. There's great animation, great fights, great storytelling, stakes, like huge dramatic moments, like a really good antagonist, great chemistry between the characters. What else do you want? This anime has it all.
Even fan service.
There's even fan service.
The way she had shout on her boob and then she had the boinks going up, like, yeah, such an anime thing. And I bet you, I should love it. It's just enjoyable.
It was just, it was that ecchi fan service was like, tasteful fan service. Those words don't belong together, but yes.
I love how Xiao hasn't said it once in the whole season, but she has been told that she likes Hank, but she hasn't said it to Hank himself that, oh, I like you, anything like that. She just said, I will have my oath to you. I'll protect you. I will continue. And I love how it's not, it don't feel forced. It don't feel, but the chemistry has grown. Both of them, Hank and Xiao, has grown from episode 1 to episode 12. They have great character growth, great character arc, and they both haven't said that I love you, anything like that. They both have gone.
They don't need to.
I actually hope they never get into a relationship.
Same here.
I really hope that they are just two people with a really strong bond who have the same mission and can work together and trust each other.
I feel like she can have feelings for him, and that's completely fine. And he can have feelings for her, and that's completely fine. But it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same.
Because we already know where Elaine is.
Oh, that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck.
We all at that moment we kind of knew that all this was because Kane was jealous of Hank.
Well, that came to a head in this episode. We finally found out that he literally was just jealous of Hank.
Ooh.
The thing about this is just I know we're gonna learn more about this hopefully in the second season. They were best friends, the three of them, best friends. They grew up together. I want to learn more about their past together because this will be why. Like that's it. Like he literally, Kane loved Elaine too, but he chose Hank. So
Kane was like the next in line to be the prince. Hank was the orphan. He's just working regularly, and Elaine was the researcher, like the doctor researcher, which came into the incarnate experiment and everything.
She created the incarnates, yeah. So I guess we're going to find out more. Hopefully we'll find out more about that too. Like, what is that stone? Where does it come from? What makes that stone? You know, stuff like that.
The world that she was trying to destroy is now going to be destroying the world. Be the one to destroy the world. Yeah. That's the greatest nightmare.
I don't know. Abandoned Second Beast it's just been the everything for me this summer. Like it did everything right for me. It told a great story. It had great animation. It had great characters. Like you said, Jake said, it had stakes. Like you knew how like there was times where like they could lose, and when they lose, bad things are gonna happen. And it happened. You know, I don't know. It did everything right for me. It had great music. Still some of the best music this summer. I don't know. This was right time, right place anime for me. So yeah.
My hope for the latest of season 2 is 2022. That's my hope for the latest.
That'd be late. That'd be late.
That's a long time.
That's very late. Good. 2-3 years is not that bad. 2-3 years late. 2022, 3 years ain't that bad. We have had animes that come back 5-8 years later. So having it.
I don't want to talk
9
about
months
and DanMachi. Okay.
They have 9 months.
I'm just saying.
9 months. James like, listen, you got 9 months. About a year.
You're in Attack on Titan. You don't get the year.
So I'm just saying, like 2022, the latest. My hope is 2021, beginning of the beginning of winter. That's my goal. Hopefully, they take a good year to make the anime approve season 2.
I'd be okay with this being a summer anime every year, like that. Well, not every year, but the year that it comes out as a summer anime, I'd be very okay with that.
I don't mind that either. So
because it would dodge the big boys, wouldn't get completely overshadowed. You know what I'm saying? And it has a good space in the summer. I think.
Agree.
That sounds good. a good seasonal anime would be for a
Mm-hmm.
whole year. It would definitely give people something to look forward to every season. Like, all right, I can't wait for next summer's.
Every summer, exactly.
Same how we like look forward for My Hero Academia. Even though they changed seasons,
yes,
like,
they did.
We still look forward to it. We look forward to watching it once the time comes.
Yeah.
But I think the earliest that we've seen an anime get a second season and third season was like Shield Hero. Like once it ended, like a couple months later, confirmed second season, confirmed third season. So there could still be a good chance, actually, especially with Studio Mappa. So. Studio Mappa did this anime, and they did a great job. And I love their work with Totoro and everything. So they're on the right move. They're making the right move. It should get that second season.
I hope so.
All right, guys.
I'll write the first $5 check.
All right, guys. Let's do a quick recap of what else have we been watching or what mangas have we been reading.
So I'll go first because I've been itching to talk about Isekai Cheat Magician.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, what happened?
I think it's good. I think we have two really cool main characters who are OP. This anime is everything you want from an Isekai anime. I think they're a really good team. The power-ups actually mean something. I think they're earned. They don't just come out of nowhere like Natsu to me. I feel like they're earned. Like, I love the anime. I think that each episode has really good pacing. There's always the right amount of action. You get to see them use some really cool spells. I really love the main guy. What's his name?
Good question. What's his name?
I'm blanking right now, and I'm praising it. That tells you everything that you need to know. I can't remember his name right now. I can't believe I'm blanking on this. But I think he's such a good character. I think he reminds me of a mixture of Kirito and Naofumi, just tamed.
I can see that. I can't see that.
Taichi. Taichi's his name. I have no idea how I forgot. But yeah, I love Taichi. Taichi and Rin, they are great characters, and I love this anime.
And James, how many episodes is it now?
9, 10?
I think up to 10. They're up to 10 right now.
I'm 4 episodes behind. Maybe I could catch up to see how good as you're trying to say he is.
I love it, dude. Yeah, I love it.
I could rival you and say my favorite Isekai this season is Afureta. That's me joining that. It's 10 episodes in, and I just watched episode 10 before I was recording, and him killing his classmate was enjoyable. Enjoyable. Thank you. I just froze there. See, I can't speak either today, so don't worry, James. It's not just you. So that was really enjoyable to actually see his kill his classmate, and also really weird scene to kiss his teacher, but for some reason his teacher was turned on about it, from what I could tell from the imagery, but very weird. But it was enjoyable to see the comedy part of that, and I really like. I've heard that I get why people don't like the anime from being a bad, poor manga adaptation, but I'm enjoying it, and I definitely can't wait to fucking read it because I'm tired of the poor CG animation. Because CG animation really is boring me, but it's still enjoyable because I like the characters and everything. So I'm really proud of that. But can't wait to read the manga in 2 more weeks because once the anime ends, reading the manga that following day.
Okay. Anything else, James?
I started reading 7 Deadly Sins from where it left off from season 2. So I'm having fun. Yeah, I was like, I can't wait until season 3. I need to know what happens right now.
How
isn't that soon though? How soon is 7 Deadly Sins?
I don't know.
3 weeks.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
I couldn't wait 3 weeks, James.
It's too late now.
It's 3 more weeks, but it's not streaming in anywhere because remember, Netflix has the rights and only Netflix Japan is not going to be.
That's right. So the whole season has to be released in Japan first, and then
the first core will probably be released in February, March of next year. The first core in our Netflix.
I mean, it is a pretty far. So you have to wait 5 months.
Not really.
For it.
That's not that bad. I'm gonna wait because I really liked it. I'm gonna wait.
Well, how far are you into the manga, James?
Just 5 chapters because I've been dedicating my time.
James is gonna be like, oh, just 5 chapters. Then one day he reads like 50.
Fire Force.
Which I really want to see what does James think of this last arc, because most likely James will be cut up by next week, knowing him. So I really want to see what he thinks about this last arc that's going on with Sam Deliston, because a lot of people, including me and Sam, are not a big fan of it because it's really roller coaster of good and bad and trash, and then not doing great, but then going good again. So I really want to hear James' thoughts about it, because I wish the creator ended it at some point, but then he just continued because it said prologue, but then he went back to one more last arc. I'm like, okay, why though? You could have just ended it. You could have just ended it, my guy. But I'm happy you are reading it, James. Can't wait to see you next week say that you cut up in 100 chapters. So can't wait to hear.
So I've been reading still One Piece. We just got finished with Buggy, and nice. Buggy sucks. I hope he's dead.
He is not. Trust me, I wish it was.
God dang it! I mean, I kind of figured the way that he works. Yeah, unless they yeeted him into the ocean, he wasn't going to be dead. Yeah. So no, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna read some more tonight. See how it goes. I've been shooting for like 5 chapters a night. We'll see, because I'm also reading a few like actual books in addition to this. So
actual books, Tim. I haven't read an actual book in years.
I mean, this is how your boy stays on top. So no, but I've been loving the heck out of this. And then, like I said, I also was reading what is it, Astro in Space? What's it called?
Astro in Space. Yeah,
Astro in Space. Yeah, I've been reading that too. Super interesting. I'm glad that I started reading that because, like I said, I'm not going to find the time to watch it.
But it's good though. It is. Really good,
I feel really bad for them because they're like, yeah, super easy field trip. Oh God!
It's also amazing that their last episode of the season, they're gonna make it an hour long.
Oh boy!
So okay. Like for the first episode, it's an hour long, 40 minutes, like to an hour long, and now the second episode is
gonna be wild. So no, I have been enjoying that, but I also was like, this would actually be terrifying. I never let that happen ever, please. So
it fits real. It fills up all the holes. Like it makes sense. Like it's not like stereo anime tropes. Like it can make sense in science fiction.
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, science fiction can be whatever you want it to be. I mean, as long as it's loosely grounded in reality, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Have I been reading anything else? Oh, this is where I would have talked about Dragon Ball Super if it had come out today.
Right? Dude, I'm so pissed.
So Friday is when we'll be talking about that. I'm really excited for that. I think it's the one manga that I'm reading that I'm really excited to read every time it comes out. Like they've somehow managed to make it interesting. So
it's
excited.
More than interesting.
It really is. Like I'm just having fun reading it. I want it. I want more. So Friday can't come soon enough. Yay!
Like I'll go on record. Moro's already my favorite villain they've ever fought.
I would say next to Cell, yeah. 100%. He's got the humor of Cell. He's got the power of Cell. Yes. Which Cell was really strong at the time. Never mind. So yeah, he's got the humor and power of like Cell, but like he's way stronger than Cell. So, way stronger than Cell.
Above Frieza?
Oh, 100%.
I mean, in terms of pure power and the ability to strategize and be a good antagonist, yes.
If you put Frieza Force up against an army of the same size that Moro was commanding, Moro would hands down beat Frieza.
Wow.
Because I think Frieza's powerful, but I also think Frieza's an idiot.
And yes, Moro is strong and not an idiot, but the thing about Moro is he can make everybody around him stronger.
It's a really cool power.
It is. So I don't know. I like Moro a lot. And if we ever get another season of Dragon Ball Super, the anime, it's going to be awesome to watch.
I mean,
I really hope we get a movie.
He's like All for One on steroids.
He really is. He really is. I didn't even think about that. He's actually a much cooler version of All for One. Actually. Yeah. Nothing against All for One. All for One could be a little bit cooler, but still.
Yeah, but Moro's way cooler.
Yeah, I hope that he gets a movie. I really hope, like, him as a movie villain would actually be pretty lit.
That would be insane.
Wouldn't it be cool? It would be really cool. So I hope that's what we get, is we get a movie, and then the next season starts. So.
Yeah. How about you? Anything watch?
Watch wise, same as usual. As the guys and everything. What I've been reading, I finally caught up to Spy Family, and I'm very happy I finally caught up to it. I can finally read it bi-weekly because it's a bi-weekly series, so it comes out every 2 weeks, and it's only 13 chapters right now, and I'm happy I'm reading it. It's definitely one of my favorite new shonen mangas right now. It's about a spy and his missions to save the North and the South, to come together, and that's how it starts up. And he's one of the best agents in the organization, so it's pretty dope. Really love the character. Love his family. One is a assassin, one is a spy, and then one is a spur who could read people's minds. So that's his daughter. So I really love that. All that's introduced in the first 2 chapters. So I love how the story has developed throughout the next 10 chapters throughout. So I'm really enjoying it. I highly recommend it. If you haven't read Spy Family, definitely have the chance to read it. If you have the time, definitely give it a chance because it's definitely good 13 chapters to read, and you enjoy every single character that they introduce, and they are really fleshed out too. So that's my definitely only thing that I really want to bring up because that's the thing that's really has sparked me to actually have the most interest throughout the week is Spy Family.
Where can we read Spy Family? Is it on Shonen Jump or where is it?
Sadly, now Shonen Jump is scans only right now, but it is on Shonen magazines for some reason, which I don't understand why is it not on the official. But
okay, well not yet. So that'll be set soon. We'll probably get it soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You know me. I've read a lot of stuff. Not much to stand out from the manga. I'm started to watch Seven Seeds, and I actually really like it.
Oh
like,
yes.
There's some parts just like bugged me because like it just didn't make no goddamn sense, and there's like so much lack of communication within every different groups because they don't tell each other everything and they don't trust each other and sort of stuff. But yet they're the only few remaining people left remaining on Earth, which is like something how it's crazy.
And that's the Netflix show, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But it's actually really good. Like the monsters, the bugs, the giant, like everything is like scary. Like they are scary as hell. That's really good drama, some stories, a lot of women power into this anime, which is actually really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm almost done. I'm like a little bit less than halfway done for the entire series. But yeah, I'm glad to continue to keep picking it up. Watch my usual stuff. Cheat Magician, Retry, Stone, the mom anime. I am still watching. It's not my favorite isekai, but
of course you. Whatever, Sam.
I completely
whatever, Sam.
Wow.
Don't worry. My favorite isekai right now is Copcraft, and that's actually pretty good.
Sure, Sam. Sure.
It is.
Never even heard of it.
Sure, you haven't.
But no, I need to watch that one too. Copcraft, I've read about. Looks good.
Good.
Let's see. I need to watch. What's that show that Miguel, the Maidens in Savage Season? I need to check that out too.
I'm gonna catch up this week, so I can talk about it on the next episode because I'm behind a good 6 episodes.
All right, I'm gonna try and watch a little bit of it too.
Oh yeah, and I also caught the Kabanari of the Iron Fortress thing on Netflix.
How is it? Because it's been promoted.
Honestly, I'm not a fan. Like, technically, this was supposed to be a movie, but they split it into 3 parts. But each part is like 22 minutes each. So that's like just an hour movie, and you try to make a whole entire arc for it.
It's a waste. It is a waste of a great premise. It's a complete waste.
Did you watch it too, James?
I did. It's a waste.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was like, of course, the main character just suddenly, after having shot in the leg, and he's able to just walk regularly fine, able to find the girl and go into the cave and go to the crack and kill the boss for her to save her life. Really? Okay. Whatever you say, Jack. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. The picture in the animation looks nice, which I never doubted from the beginning. It's just that the story is just not hitting it for me. It was not great. Like there's just too many plot holes. But yeah, that was kind of the new stuff that I've been watching. All right, guys, let's move straight on to our news. The new Blade of the Immortal anime second promo revealed Kiyoharu's opening song. this anime is gonna be global on October 10th with its first two episodes on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime continues to know what to pick up, and Blaze Immortal reminds me a lot of Dotoro and more of a current samurai, more of samurais that we're going to see, and I like it. Blaze Immortal is really looking up to be a new anime that I'm going to be enjoying this fall season, and I'm happy because fall season is looking good as summer season, so I'm like, come on, can I have a break?
I mean, like, this anime watching the trailer reminds me of Afro Samurai and a little bit of Kill Bill Volume 1's animation when they did the chapter of Lucy Liu's character.
That's what I was going to say.
That animation looked really good. Like, damn, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this. Definitely, I think this is going to be also a two-core anime as well.
Oh, is it? I did not know that.
So, like, definitely, Amazon know what they're doing. They have another anime that they're picking up too that looks interesting, but we'll get to that another later time. But yeah, Blade of the Immortals, I know it was like a reboot from the movie. I think it was like a movie or another series in like 2006.
Interesting.
And now I don't know if this is a reboot or
maybe
it could be a reboot of the movie or the manga series though. But it does look interesting, and the premise it's intriguing. Main character is Immortal. He's a mercenary. He's been killing everybody for a lot of people, and to redeem himself, he's gonna kill 100 bad people. And that was the deal with the witch for exchange back to his immortality. Kind of sounds like Wolverine to me.
Sounds like an anime from the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does.
But then again, Dotoro is kind of the same premise too. Oh yeah,
but Dotoro is an older show, so yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, well, it's an older source material, so yes, that makes sense. But I don't know. I'm definitely gonna watch it because, like we said, Amazon's been just getting bangers, so I will watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's bloody, it's gritty. The animation looks great. The fight sequences look great. I mean, I'll give it a shot. Like you guys said, Amazon is just pumping out great shit right now. So keep it coming.
Mm-hmm. Let's move to the next line of news. Hiro Mashima launches Hiro's manga miniseries in October. The manga creator Hiro Mashima announces on Twitter on Wednesday that he will launch a new manga miniseries, Heroes in Kodansha's weekly shonen manga in October. The miniseries will be a crossover between the worlds of Mashima's Rave Master, Fairy Tail, and Eden Zero manga.
Well, he said the magic word. He said Rave Master. Therefore, I'm interested.
Are you going to catch up to Eden Zero, Ray, then?
Hell no. I mean, maybe.
Now, a fan made a good point saying that, Mega, didn't you say that you need to reread on Remaster? Like, fuck, for me to understand his idea of heroes, I probably need to reread Remaster to understand.
You do.
And I'm like, damn, that's another pile of work. Yay me. But I love it.
A lot of chapters.
So it gives me a good reason to actually read Remaster one more time. And it comes out in October, so... And he also announced that he's going to have Fairy Tail Quest going weekly for a while, and Eden Zero weekly, still continuous, and Heroes will be going weekly. So he has 3 manga series at the same time going weekly. That's a lot
of work.
That is a lot. But
so I want someone to pitch Eden Zero to me. Why should I watch Eden Zero?
Go for it.
All right, so I'm going to go. On a serious note. So technically what's going on right now is space. Samurai 8 is the version of Star Wars. And Eden Zero is the version of Star Trek. Literally is the Demon King Shiki going around trying to find friends, but at the end of the day, he got one friend, Rebecca, and he has a ship that needs his full 4 shining stars, but 3 of them are missing, and his grandfather was the previous Demon King of the ship. And now his grandfather passed away, and now he's the current Demon King, and he has powerful magic, and instead of magic, they call it Epic Gear. And this is a vast world that they're going to go to different planets. They meet different characters. We just met the current big bad of the first some type of saga, if you want to see it, and he is Drake and Joe. So he's a pretty cool character, and a lot of this story is kind of brought from Star Trek, is said from the creator. So that's what so far. Hopefully, it did come into the way.
I mean, a little bit, kind of. I'm kind of actually interested in that now. So, who knows? Is that where can I read that, Miguel?
I know in Crunchyroll.
The official is on Crunchyroll. Sweet. All 51 chapters are on Crunchyroll.
I think you also like that the arcs are shorter, but they get straight to the point. They're like 10 chapters an arc.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I will get that. Good point. Yeah, and the real emotion and the art is detailed. I think Eden Zero is his best work too.
It stays consistent with its art details, and they know how to go into deep backstories, really sad deep backstories into their work. And they really bring in the relationships between man and machine together, with AIs and robots and stuff. Can they really be friends? Can they really work together? Can humans not be a dick and take advantage of these robots?
Nope, it's not possible.
Nope.
It's not possible.
But there are some other good humans that would always watch your back and save you.
And there are great ecchi shots too in this manga as well. So Hiro knows his job. He knows how to do it. And hopefully to see Hiro, I'm really curious to see how Hiro's is work. And how is he gonna put a multiverse, or is he gonna put it all as same one universe, or is Doctor Strange gonna come here and put them all under one universe? So I'm really curious to see how that goes with his new work heroes going forward.
I mean, they've done other collabs before, Wraith Master has collab with Fairy Tail before. We've seen Fairy Tail cameos into Eden Zero, so it shouldn't be too much to handle. To have all three into one arc, and you can just have just the main character boy and a main character heroine girl, just to team up all 6 of them together to make a story or something like that.
Who knows?
Which that's what they did in the side story. The Lucy met up with Ellie. Natsu met up with forgot the main character of Raymaster. The boy.
Same.
I forgot his name, but they both have the same attitude, the same fighting on genre, and the whole I'm stronger, I'm the best kind of thing. While Ellie and Lucy were just oh my god, guys, why you guys have to be idiots? Why you have to start problems? Why you have to start fights? But yeah, can't wait for the miniseries. Definitely look forward to that. Let's move on to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot games. New teaser reveals on January 17th. Launches in the West with Boo Saga and Saiyaman.
Go ahead, guys. I
don't have a whole lot to say about this game. It's just the game will be, from the looks of what I've seen, this is going to be a great Dragon Ball game. We've been waiting for the really, really good one, and I feel like this is it. This is the really good one. The fighting game we just got. I feel like Dragon Ball FighterZ is the cream of the crop when it comes to Dragon Ball fighting games, and now we got to get the big open world action story driven Dragon Ball game. I can't wait. I know we played these stories 1,000 times, but guess what? They're good enough to play this many times, and I'm really excited to play them again, especially in this form. I'm looking forward to it. So if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, look it up. Worth checking out if you care about Dragon Ball Z at all. It looks good. It looks very anime, honestly. And it's semi-open world, I think. You get to play as multiple characters. There's also some gameplay where you see Vegeta running around in his pink Batman shirt, which I realized I don't own one of those, and now I need one. I have to fix that. I need a pink Batman shirt real bad. So, no, it looks super good. I hope that it is as good as it looks, if that makes sense.
No, I definitely hope it's as good as it looks, because I'm really excited just to fly around. I love watching the gameplay of just being able to fly around at different speeds. Like you said, it's semi-open world. That's what I'm all about. So I'm really interested in this game, and it hits January, right?
Yeah, it's one of the first games out next year.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Same. I need it.
Is there any news about a demo you can try out and play?
Not yet. If there is a demo, I'll be surprised. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Moving on to The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening game preview gameplays in the trailer. It comes out tomorrow, I think.
Friday. It's out Friday. So yeah, technically, well, not because tomorrow's Wednesday. I was about to say if it was Tuesday, if it was already Wednesday now. But yeah, Friday is when this comes out. I've been waiting for this. Yeah. Same time, yeah. I've been waiting for this since they announced it at E3. I've been waiting for this. I need this. I love the art style. Link's Awakening is one of my favorites. It is my favorite Zelda game. It's not one of them. It is.
The music is really good too.
Yes.
That's always catchy.
It's been one of my first games since I think like the Nintendo, or I think the Nintendo.
This is the one you played on. This is on Game Boy.
Oh, Game Boy.
Yes. And so I played. The Game Boy is one of my favorite systems of all time. I played so many games on Game Boy. I need this.
I remember playing this in a Game Boy.
And this is such like I don't know. You talk about redoing a game and bringing it back to life. This is how you do it. Link's Awakening looks so good. I love the style that they picked for this. It's colorful. It's cute. It's Zelda and a whole different style. And I'm like, I need it.
And you can actually you see other characters too. There's Kirby in there for some reason.
Yeah, they made Kirby an enemy. Yes, it's hilarious. But no, I can't wait to play this. It looks so good. Honestly, like as a Zelda remake goes, it looks perfect. It really does. I love it.
The animation looks dope.
It does. It's so pretty. So I look forward to playing this on Friday. We'll definitely be streaming it on the Twitch channel. We'll talk about that later. But yes, looking forward to it.
They do look really cute though, like chibi characters of each of them, and now they're using them to fight. I kind of can't wait to see how Ganon's gonna look in this game.
Surprise, but yeah. So no, just I don't know. This is a good game. I love it. So
yeah. I'm not too turned off for the animation, like it, even though it's not like the other Legend of Zelda game, Breath of the Wild animation and stuff like that, the quality. But this is good too. Like this is like going from 8-bit 2D to 3D animation of Link's Awakening. So there's like a 20-year gap since the reboot, or 30 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a very long time, like since the game first came out on Game Boy, and now it's like, I know they've been rebooting so many Legend of Zelda games,
and that's okay because they're great.
They are good. They're really good. So no doubt that this is going to be successful, and we can't wait for Breath of the Wild 2.
So confession time, I've never played a Zelda game in my entire life.
Wait,
I was hoping you were just going to say, I've never played this Zelda game before. But you wouldn't said the thing that I was hoping you weren't going to say. And you said, I've never played. Wait, hold on.
Never played. So
you've never played a Zelda game.
Ever. So
at a friend's house or anything like that, cousin's house.
Family. I mean, I've seen a friend. I've been over to a friend's house and watched gameplay, but I've never bought a Zelda game, played it myself, ever. Like, if I were to buy one, what would you recommend today?
I think you should buy this
Breath
one.
of the Wild. I would say Breath of the Wild, and then it just depends. Do you like the art style of this? Does this seem like something you would be interested in playing just based off how it looks?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I would also recommend Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is a really good starting point for like if you just want a big open world Zelda game. So I could argue that with Sam, like what you said, start with this, and if you want more Zelda, absolutely play Breath of the Wild. I think that's just kind of something you should try, just straight up. I would. Some people would be like, yeah, go back and play some of the older Zelda games. No, don't do that. Unless you really want to, you don't need to. Because a lot of people argue, oh yeah, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, those games are incredible. And I'm like, yeah, they're pretty good. But no, I'll play these two games. I think you might be good. But I'll be able to tell you more about that on Friday. So I loved Breath of the Wild. So
I think you'll like Breath of the Wild, like not just with the graphics, but the fight style too. It's like you're playing a real isekai right there.
almost.
You're playing a real isekai from there.
Yeah,
it's good. It's definitely looks amazing. You're gonna literally explore everywhere, and it's gonna be breathtaking.
I mean, you absolutely can.
I mean, that's what I love to do most in games. Like when I bought Assassin's Creed Origins, most of what I did was just exploring this beautiful world that they built. So
this is 10 times better actually.
I mean, Origins is a really good game, so I mean, but this is a very good game. Very good game.
Sweet.
All right, let's move on to the Crunchyroll's 25-minute documentary video for Dr. Stone anime.
If I'm correct, I'm the only one that has seen it, right? Sam, have you not seen it?
I have not seen it.
So
I skimmed through it.
So I'll just talk with my thoughts first, and I'm the one that fully saw it because, of course, I'm the Dr. Stone here leading the charge of the best anime of the summer. It's definitely a nice behind the scenes because that's one thing I love about this documentary because I love behind the scenes when it shows that, like how they produce an episode, and it shows that they need about 30 key animators to produce one episode, and it's kind of rinse and repeat. And I love how they show the process of going from paper to show the face into showing him of how he moves his hand from going up to his hair. Like, it shows the nice progression of how one character goes into one thing. And that's just one scene, but they have to repeat it 30 times for one episode and then do it again for the next episode and do it again for the next episode. And showing them behind the scenes was really enjoyable. There's so much in depth of how one person talks about it. And also they talk to the creator as well to get his insights of what they think of, like, are we doing it correctly? Do you want us to improve anything? And plus, I love how the directors and the key animators get their own opinion about the series and how they had to read the source material to actually get the source material done right. So I love that said, but I love how that's said by them, saying that, hey, we have to read it to actually know that what we're doing is correctly, and also getting it done, because we know we as fans, we have to do it as right as well. So that's very beautiful.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I skimmed through it. Like, I love seeing stuff like this. I love seeing the storyboards. I love seeing the behind the scenes stuff, because I think I mentioned it on last episode, but we get to see the 20-minute final product, but it takes a team of people that work really hard to put this stuff together. And actually, like, seeing this kind of stuff, I just didn't have time, but I did skim through it, and I love seeing people hard at work to make entertainment for other people.
Agreed.
All right, let's move on to the next line of news. Fairy Tail is going to be an open-world turn-based RPG, says to start in the middle. Actually looks really good. The pictures for them looks pretty good for open world.
You know, and I said the same thing about One Piece World Seeker. So I will be the judge of that. But this one does look good. I feel like Fairy Tail has
to use the power of friendship.
Every time. It better just be one button. It better be labeled as friendship. Like friendship. Victory.
Friendship.
Oh my God. So no, I don't know. Like, you know me. I liked Fairy Tail. I just didn't finish watching Fairy Tail. So the game should be fun. It looks like the kind of anime that would make for a good game. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to play it. But it's yet to be seen.
I don't think Fairy Tail is bingeable, because when you binge Fairy Tail, you see the repetition a lot.
That's exactly what happened to me. And so that's what I watched 12 episodes, and I was like, I've seen the whole show essentially, so I'm out for a while.
And I recommend, if you guys are ever going to watch the final season of Fairy Tail, don't read it instead, because the final season really, really got butchered with its anime color, with its anime with the direction they went for, the way they designed Natsu, and some of his coloring and some of the key animation was not done right from what it was from the manga. So I suggest, if you guys are ever going to finish him, probably in 10 years from now, who the hell knows when you guys choose to read Fairy Tail, that's up to ya. But I suggest to read it instead of watching the final season, because the final season was not done right.
Yeah, I agree. Last season really was a letdown, and it practically made the entire Fairy Tail series like much lower than it should be. There's a difference between the 8.5 to a 7, and Fairy Tail became a 7 throughout the entire series, just the ending, and they killed off so many interesting characters they could have made good stories with, but the author didn't know what to do with them at that time, and he was under so much stress and a lot of work every time. So he just cut off the ending early and just moved on, took a year break, and then brought back Eden Zero. So it still be good. This RPG reminds me of One Piece World Seeker, Black Clover. It's not as good quality. That was gonna be as good as Dragon Ball Kakarot though.
Oh hell no!
Animation, when it comes to animation though. So.
Not yet. They've been making Dragon Ball games for years. So yeah, they've been working on this for a minute. This has been a gradual build up with Kakarot. It'd be nice if they came out and it was just they got a Bleach game that was perfect. That'd be great, but it's not gonna happen. So
I think if they do a Bleach game, at least go to like follow the manga. Like you follow the storyline from the video.
By the way, what's Kubo doing right now? What is he doing? Is he doing anything right now?
Technically,
a series? No.
Like, last I heard was that he wrote some sequels, like small sequel books for Bleach.
Yeah, I think they were light novels. I think they were 2 light novels, but other than that, he hasn't done anything dramatic or anything coming out with shonen. So the only one that came back was technically Kishimoto Samurai Ace. So he's the only one that came back. But Kubo, no, don't know what he's doing.
I'm worried about you, man. Come on back, please. I'm still one of the people who enjoyed Bleach. So. Most of Bleach, but still.
I need to finish the last arc one day.
Oh, like it's definitely worth reading. Absolutely worth reading. So
definitely worth reading more than Fairy Tail. That's definitely for sure.
So who knows? Yeah.
Okay, for Pokemon news, after 22 long years, 10-year-old boy Ash Ketchum finally wins a Pokemon League.
I can't believe it happened. I saw the clip. He couldn't believe it happened either.
The meme that came out that day on Sunday was funny. Like his face, like, wait, I won. Wait, what? It's not a mistake.
Basically, and I think it was the gym leader the league trainer that he beat was like, "Why you standing look like an idiot? You won."
What is both using animation though?
Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that's the meme.
This animation design is awful.
James, my favorite meme was that what did it take for you to win the league? The animation quality drop.
I did see that.
Clearly, this is hideous.
I did see that.
They're ranking the score for the show is like a 6.8, I think.
Moon was not the best game or not the best anime season they ever have done, and it's sad. And hopefully the next one they do is great. Hopefully it's good, and they pump up the animation quality. And I love how most people said that he won the gym, he won the Champion League finally. But it sucks that it was in the Alola region. It was not in one where there's an Elite Four actually, because this one didn't have an Elite Four like the whole other leagues, and it makes me sad like he didn't win in the other ones.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's just that goes to show you that you not everybody wins every league that they're in, which is that's fine. It's just the reality of the anime and life. So basically, I don't know. I can dig it.
I can't really like give him Orange League either because it was just 4 gym leaders and that one champion, and that was it. There wasn't like.
I mean, and let's be real, like they're really good trainers. So
you guys, one lesson here: that no matter how many times you get knocked down, you always get back up, and that's what Ash did. He got back up after 22 goddamn years.
Still 10 years old.
And 10 years old still from the Ho-Ho Wish and still came out on top.
It's the Ho-Oh curse is what that is. He got cursed by that Ho-Oh. He got cursed. Yes. Now he can die in peace. Why can't Ash
be a teenager? Why does he have to be
I wish they had let him like age so they showed that there was actual progression. That would have been nice.
It would have been hilarious. It's like, all right, I want a Pokemon League. But
I think they basically just wanted to point him at the literal like kid audience. I guess
you could say that. The age of 32 is when you need to quit. It's when you finally succeed. Now go do your regular stuff in life.
I mean, we saw what happens when good Pokemon trainers quit with Detective Pikachu. So he was just a regular person that barely even hung out with Pokemon. So that's sad. You don't want to be that.
It's also been rumors saying like since Ash won the league now, we can move on to a different main character.
I hope that they do move on to a different main character. It's time.
Red or blue, or we riot.
No, they won't give us. No, they're going to create a whole different character. I think. Whole different character.
I hope not, because Red or Blue would definitely be worth it. And
Red or Blue's not worth going back to. Go watch the miniseries with Red and Blue. That's way better. Do not do a series about Red and Blue. Don't.
I mean, like I was thinking, like because there is a Pokemon manga that's been going out for a very long time.
Yes, the Pokemon manga is weird, but yes,
they do have good story into it. Like they have some good stories. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, so why not make an anime adaptation from the manga? There's so much material you can work.
They've made so much more money off of this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
They're already rich. They could
exactly. But that's why I feel like there's gonna be a new protagonist, and it'll probably be a girl. That'll be what'll happen. I really think so.
They can do whatever they want. Their money is coming from merchandise.
And after He really grew up. He technically would be 32 years old right now. If you think about it.
Man.
So he's been battling little kids since he was 10 years old.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Old dude there. Wow, 32-year-old technically won the first league finally. And
surprised that 22-year-old Pikachu is still around too.
We still haven't met his father. We will never meet his father though.
Yeah, that's okay.
And Brock doesn't have one strand of gray hair on him.
Some good genes, man.
Yeah.
But its eyes will never get wider.
Oh my God.
I was just about to make a joke about that. Like we have never seen his eyes. And
That's okay.
For some reason, so much hate for Tracy, but they love Brock. All right,
Tracy.
But yeah, I guess Ash can either marry Misty or May or whatever female characters throughout always been with him throughout every shows, and then just leave after the season ends.
Who knows?
Womp womp.
But hey, he at least the boy went around. He got around.
Wow.
And
Wow.
just came back with just one kiss.
Remember, Sam. Remember, he's 10 years old. PG.
Exactly. Relax.
So they say. So they say after 22 years, huh?
It's too late. My boy went to Hentai Town and he's already wilding. Okay. All right. Cool.
Funny story about that. I found some pictures that didn't take it.
Nope.
It's not good. No.
Let's not talk about that. Let's keep that. Nope.
Yep. We're not showing that anywhere.
Do not want.
Yes, of course. All right, guys. Let's gonna move on to our outro. James, Ray, please take it away, gentlemen.
Yeah, you guys can follow me all over social media at C4 Spoilers. You guys can head over to carefulforspoilers.com. You can find all of our links to all of our different podcasts on the Careful for Spoilers podcast network. We are doing a Halloween series right now. We just did It Chapter 2 with a horror director and an actor, so go ahead and check that out. That was a lot of fun. And we're doing It Follows, and then we're going to be doing Oculus, The Exorcist, all the way up to Halloween. So we have some really, really good horror movies coming your way, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, yes. Okay, so sounds like something I probably won't be listening to because I'm a wuss, but that's fine. Anyway, yes, I'm Ray Apollo. You can find me multiple places on the internet, but like I said, there are 3 places I want you to focus as of right now: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Find me in those places. Those are ways I want you to hang out with me. Guess what? We talked about Link's Awakening earlier. Friday. I don't know when you're going to listen to this, but the 20th. I'm starting my playthrough of Link's Awakening. It's going to be a blast. And then after that, Dragon Quest 11. You know, you like Akira Toriyama? Yeah. He designed some of that game. So guess what? We'll be playing that too going forward. But that won't be till next month. It's okay. But no, yeah, come hang out with me. Come find me. RAYAPOLLO. Smile.
And guys, follow me at Legend Divash on Twitter and IG. And also follow us on Twitch at Anime Lily. Twitch.tv/Anime Lily, because definitely we doing more Twitch stuff there and more gaming stuff there, and playing that Black Clover trash game, and also One Piece World Seeker as well. Definitely one of the One Piece games that I definitely have enjoyed and definitely have been enjoying having my time. And other than that, guys, take away, Sam.
And immediately, podcast listeners, we want to know your thoughts about this podcast. If we are doing a fantastic job, give us a 5 stars a review and write a review on iTunes. Maybe one day we'll have ads and sponsors to help this podcast keep going because it's not cheap. If you want, guys, if you write us a review, if you write us anything, we'll give you a shout out. Just like for Kendall Grant. Shout out to you, my man. You're a continuous listener. We love you as a fan. Thank you for listening. And if you have any Q&As that we can answer on the podcast, we'll definitely answer it for you. Also, make sure to follow and support our Facebook, Twitch, and Patreon at Anime Lately, and follow our other social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram at @AnimeLately_. Anime Lately also has a YouTube channel too, where we also do live reaction and review videos of anime and manga related everything. Check them out. If you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Give us a comment. Let us know what you thought about the video or what you thought about the anime, manga that we reviewed. And also, turn on that bell notification so you know a new video is up on our new channel. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Have a good day. Peace.
Bruh.